They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but this 10-second video of Funke Akindele snubbing Toyin Abraham just broke the Nigerian internet. On Sunday night, at the premiere of Iyabo Ojo's The Return of Arinzo, the temperature in the room dropped to 0. Toyin approached Funke's table, knelt down in respect, and whispered, "Auntie Funke." But the response? Absolute silence. Funke didn't even blink. By Monday morning, Toyin Abraham had unfollowed Funke and dropped a vow that shocked everyone. "If I ever greet her again, call me a bastard." But if you think this is just about a red carpet greeting, you're wrong. Today, we're opening the deep file on a 10-year rivalry that has divided Nollywood, broken friendships, and redefined the Billion Naira Club. This is the full history of the Funke and Toyin war. To understand why they can't stand each other today, we have to go back to the early 2010s. Back then, they were colleagues, even friends. They starred in movies like Ladies Gang together. Funke was already Jennifer, a corporate powerhouse. Toyin was Toyin Aimaku, the raw, emotional talent from the streets. But the industry did what it does best, comparing them. Who is the funnier actress? Who has the bigger street credibility? As Toyin's brand grew to world best, a quiet competition began. It wasn't just about acting anymore, it was about territory. By the time Toyin rebranded as Toyin Abraham, the lines were already drawn. The seeds of competition were sown in the soil of the Yoruba movie industry. The rift moved from the sets to the cinemas. Funke Akindele became the undisputed queen of the Billion Naira Club. She is meticulous, private, and corporate. Toyin, on the other hand, became world best, the people's queen, emotional, vocal, and fiercely loyal to her titans. The Cold War heated up when their movie release dates started clashing. In 2021, Funke's Ghetto, The Saga, and Toyin's The Ghost and the Tout clashed at the box office. Fans were literally fighting in the comment sections. The tension was visible. Fans were forced to pick sides. It wasn't just about movies anymore, it was about territory. Over the last 5 years, we've seen the shadow boxing. It's in the birthday posts that never come, or the generic congratulatory messages that feel forced. When Funke lost her mother, or when Toyin celebrated her wins, the absence of the other was always the loudest headline. Insiders say the rift is deeper than just movies. It's about seniority. Funke demands respect as a veteran and a pioneer. Toyin demands acknowledgement as a force of nature. When two alphas occupy the same space, the friction is inevitable. But look at the 2025/2026 numbers. Funke's Behind the Scenes just became the first Nollywood film to cross 2.4 billion naira. Meanwhile, Toyin made history as the first solo female director to hit 1 billion naira with Oversabi Auntie in February 2026. On paper, they should be celebrating each other, but in reality, the more successful they both get, the less space there is on the throne. Insiders say the tension in December 2025 over cinema slot sabotage was the final straw before last Sunday's snub. So, back to Sunday night. Why did Funke walk past Toyin like she was a ghost? And why did Toyin finally hit unfollow? Maybe they are both tired of the faking it for the cameras. In a 2026 Nollywood where data is king and box office numbers are the only currency that matters, perhaps there's no room for two queens on one throne. We've seen people try to fix this. In September 2025, we saw them dancing together at a premiere. Fans thought the war was over. Iyabo Ojo revealed she spent months kneeling, crying, and begging both of them to embrace peace. But on April 1st, 2026, Iyabo officially resigned as the mediator. She said, "I tried my best, but no one was supposed to shade the other online." When Toyin complained about sabotage in December,
"How? We can't. Some people will go to the cinema. You will tell them that Oversabi Auntie is sold out so that they can watch another movie. And meanwhile,
Funke's camp took it as a direct attack. Even veteran Ogogo has stayed away, calling it a complicated matter. When the elders give up, you know the beef is no longer just industry competition, it's personal. So, where do we go from here? Some say Funke is right to keep her boundaries and avoid pretense for the cameras. Others say Toyin's respect was met with unnecessary pride. But one thing is clear, the Nollywood Cold War is now permanent. With both of them preparing major releases for December 2026, the battle for the Billion Naira crown is only going to get bloodier. In a world where everyone is faking it for the gram, Funke Akindele and Toyin Abraham are giving us the most honest thing in Hollywood, a real rivalry. Is Funke being a senior, or is Toyin being emotional? Can two alphas ever rule the same kingdom without war? I want to hear from you. Team Funke or Team Toyin? Drop your reasons in the comments. I'll be reading and replying to the best ones. And if you want more deep files on the